guys, back again. I am going to do the Taylor Swift book tag today. So let's get started. The first song, I'm supposed to pick a song and then decide what book that goes along with it. So the first one is We Are Never Ever Ever Getting Back Together. And for this one I'm supposed to choose a book, I'm sorry, I keep spinning, that I loved and then, or I thought I loved and then wanted to break up with. So the book that I chose was Proxy by Alex London. This book I saw in a bookstore and I didn't get it because it looked amazing. I mean, like, look at this cover. It's so intriguing. And I looked at it, but I got a few other books and then I tried to find it again for like a few months and I couldn't find it, and every time I looked in the bookstore they didn't have it, or they didn't have the author, I didn't know what it was. So when I finally found it I was so excited that I got it and I read it right away, and it was good. It was good, but the anticipation that it took and for me to find this book and then finally read it, it just wasn't worth it because it had a very anticlimactic ending, I would say, just because, yeah, that's why. The second book is Red, and I'm supposed to just find a book with a red cover. Funnily enough, I saw this on my shelf, and kind of wanted to be ironic because this is not a book, but it's red, so deal with it. The third song is The Best Day, a book that made me feel nostalgic. And of course, what else are you gonna pick but Harry Potter? So, of course, this makes me feel nostalgic. As you can see, this book is so old and kind of falling apart, but I love it and it makes me feel nostalgic because I read the Harry Potter series every single summer since I first read it when I was in 7th grade. So, yeah, that's why. The fourth song is Love Story, and that's to pick a book with forbidden love. The one that I picked, because I was just trying to find one, was The Host, because I really did enjoy this book. It was so good, and it does have completely forbidden love between the alien race and the humans who they are colonizing. So, yeah. The fifth song is I Knew You Were Trouble When You Walked In. And I'm supposed to pick a book with a bad character that you couldn't help but love, and love them so much. And the one that I chose was Warner from the Shatter Me series, because he's such a terrible character in the first 2 books that you just hate him, but you can't help but love him, especially in the third one. You just, yeah. The next song is Innocent, and you need to find a book that somebody ruined the ending for you. And truthfully, I haven't really had endings ruined for me unless it's by myself, and that's what happened for The Fault in Our Stars. Because I was on Pinterest and was just looking at bookish things, and I saw a cartoon that somebody drew, and the ending happened. And I was sad, but I still read it. And it was good, but still sad. The next is Everything Has Changed. You need to find a book, or a character in a book that has gone through massive character development. And for that one, I just read it. It's Heir of Fire, where Selena Saradathian goes through so much character development and becomes her own person and is just amazing. The next song is You Belong With Me, and that is the most anticipated release of a book that you think should belong on your shelf right away. And the one that I'm looking forward to the most is The Retribution of The Retribution of Mara Dyer by Michelle Hodkin. And that's the 3rd book of the Mara Dyer series. The first 2 are The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer and The Evolution of Mara Dyer. And normally I'm not a scary book person, and I don't really like scary stories, but this book is just a paranormal thriller that's just amazing and has me hooked. So I'm excited for that to come out soon. The next song is Come Back, Be Here, and that's for which book you are least likely to lend out with fear of it getting ruined or destroyed that you would never lend out. And again, truthfully, I actually lend out pretty much all of my books. I love my books, but I'm not a person that's like, don't touch them! I'm gonna get angry, of course, if my book becomes ruined, but I'm usually the one who not ruins them, but just they get used a lot. And I want books to get used a lot. I mean, hardcover books are gorgeous, and if you keep them in pristine condition, gorgeous. But I feel like books that have nostalgia and are kind of worn are just awesome. Again, like my Harry Potter book. It's kind of falling apart, and I know that's a tragedy and just unheard of, but it just reminds me of all memories. Like I have some with tea stains on them that just remind me of certain days where I was going. One of them has a bowed cover because it got rained on because I was at a soccer game, and yeah, so if other people have memories with my books, then I'll let them do them. And I will give them a tellin' to if they do, but I'm not being selfish with my books. I want to share. The next song is Forever and Always, and that is your favorite book couple that you just root for and ship them so hard. And the one that I chose is Scarlet and Wolf. And I know that it's not my favorite book couple ever, but I just root for them so hard because they're just awesome and I love their relationship, and they're like, you're my alpha. Yeah. So the next song is Teardrops on My Guitar, and you have to choose a book that made you cry. And I'm going to go with Clockwork Princess by Cassandra Clare. And if you guys have read this, you know exactly what I'm talking about, because the ending is tear-worthy. And the next song is Shake It Off for a book that you love but other people kind of hate, so when the haters come and tell you not to like the book, you just shake it off, For that book, I chose The Maze Runner by James Dashner, because even though I heard a whole lot of mixed reviews for this book before I read it and I actually really enjoyed it, and I even got the whole series in the UK edition because they're super fancy. And I did enjoy them. They were really good, and so other people can just back off, haters. The next song is Stay, 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 and it's to find a book that you want to go on forever. My default, I'm gonna go with Harry Potter because, of course, everybody wants this book to go on forever. Not just this one, but the 7th one, or any of them, because they're just amazing, and you can just love them all. And the last song is All Too Well, and it's a book series that you wish was longer. And what I chose the Legend series by Marie Lu, especially because it's only a trilogy, and I thought it ended very well in Champion, and she did an amazing job, but I like to know what happened to June and Day, and I kind of want to know what happened after that. Even though there's an epilogue and it's super good, but I could hear more about their adventures. Alright, so that was the Taylor Swift book tag, and it was kind of messy, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will talk to you later. Bye!